we're going to look at Kristjan Chay's 72-34, number 6 all-time discus throw. And we're going to talk about how you can apply this technique. And we're going to start right now. Okay, if you guys want technical analysis and you want to improve your technique, head over to throwsuniversity.com and we will do this with your specific throws. Now, when we're looking at Chay's throw, okay, I want to look at a couple different things because we've done some of his throws in the past. I want to say Birmingham 23 or 22 was it? Where I think he went 71. And I want to see if I notice anything different, okay? And I also just want to analyze different positions and then talk about what you guys can do. And I'm pretty sure, I forget if he had this tattoo last year. I don't remember. Now, we're in Zagreb here, not me, but actually Chay, and he threw round 1, 64.92, then 69 in round 3, 70 meters in round 4. Probably was feeling pretty good this day, clearly. It didn't seem like there was a crazy wind, and seeing him throw 72-34 on back-to-back days, I'm like, dude, what if he went to Ramona? So Chay, go to Ramona. Now, even when I'm looking at the net right now, I don't even see that a ton of wind. So let's look at the throw. Sponsored by Adidas. Is he throwing in Adidas shoes? Yeah, he is. So he's not throwing in the Veloces anymore. And then let's look at after he hits this. We'll watch it in full speed. I'll do that a couple times, and then we'll go back and we'll start breaking it down. And you can see there when they hold up the wind or the marker, there's a little wind. Lines that up well. Look at the flag here. Very, very little wind. Very little wind. Dude, that's a huge, huge throw. So, okay, let's go in and let's analyze. I want to look at, and I want to start doing this a little bit clearer, where we're going to break down the throw through 2 frameworks, okay? Starting with positions. We've got double support, we've got single support, we've got the point in the air, single support, double support. So there's 5 positions, and that's the framework that we're going to break things down. And then the application framework is around, down, around, okay? So there's the technical breakdown that is related to the positions. Double support, single support, airtime, single support, double support. And then there's the application, around, down, around, forward. So that's how I want to go through this now. Okay, so we're looking at his wind, and think about big application right away. He does one wind, okay? So the big thing here, one wind. Every person that watches this throw, unless you get off balance and your foot pops up, do one wind. And if you're a coach, don't let your athletes do more than one wind. And if you see somebody doing more than one wind, go tell their coach. That's the only thing you're allowed to tell other coaches. Throws coaches love telling other coaches what they should do, and I can't stand it. But if there's one thing that you're allowed to tell, it's only one wind. Okay, so he's pretty level on the wind. I would say very balanced. He's got more weight here on the right. You can see that probably like 60% of his weight is going through that right foot. He's got, when he's winding deep, he's got that full foot down. Okay, and so this would be double support, right? As he comes out, I would say right here, he starts to shift. Discus is staying back, staying level. He's starting to open that left knee here. Okay, he's staying level with the left arm and patient. It looks like he's like directly in line with that left knee, right? And now we can see here, and this is where I've said this a lot in the past, is Kristjan's, I think one of the best parts about him is this position. And the reason being is that in this position, you're going to notice that the more the left foot gets past that 180, or 90, depending on how you say it, right here. So I would go back just to clarify here. This, I would say, is like that 180. Okay. So the more he gets past that point before pickup, what that does is it enables the left hip to get ahead. Okay. And it will, in turn, if you don't over rotate your left leg, your left leg will come down faster. So that's a really interesting concept. It's something we've talked about with him in the past. It's something that we talk about a lot with throwers. And discus, I say this opens more at pickup than if you're a shot putter. Okay, shot putter you would typically see like right here. Now, okay, if you notice here with Kristjan, he has a flexed right knee. Okay, he's pushing from that right knee. Now he's 6'10", so it's going to be not as bent as some people, but you see here he's starting to turn that right side, that right hip. You can actually see pretty clearly his hips are starting to square to go this way. He's controlling this left arm level inside the left knee. Now, after pickup, so this is the final position of double support in the back. And so now the application is, this is what he's doing to set up going around. So the application is he's going around. He's going around the left. So think about that. He's opening the left foot to enable his right side to come around. And now we're going to see right here. Okay, so let's get to right about there. Let's go right here. Let's say right there. Okay, so now with Kristjan, we can see, let's put this line. I like doing this where we go left hip goes to like right about there. Okay, his left foot gets pretty open. I would say if you compare his left foot to Denny, he's a little under rotated or under open. I don't know if that's even a way to put it. But if you compare this position to Alekna, he opens his left foot more than Alekna. His left leg is lengthened, his right leg, is lengthened, and it looks like he's almost directly in line with the inside of his left foot. So long left or long right leg, left arm is sort of inside that left hip still. Now let's see. So this would be his position right there, is that single support, right? So we're going double. This is double. This is a framework that we're analyzing technique. Double, single. Now he's single, pushing. And you can see here he's pushed quite a bit because of the flexion in the right knee. Okay, so he's getting the hip forward, and then his foot stays back. This because he's pushed to get around. Okay, now he lengthens right here, and the left arm continues to rotate to create that angular momentum. I want to point out his left knee is sort of in line with center sector. I think this is a big one there. He does not over rotate that left knee, which I mentioned. If you over rotate the left knee, then you're going to have a late left. But if you don't, you're going to be fast with the left. So now this is the airtime. Okay, so he has a very brief airtime. And I want to point out some big concepts here. He tends to hold his vision, and he's done this, but I feel like on these 72s, I've noticed he does this a little bit more. He holds that earlier. Okay, so he holds that head earlier right there, and he's patient. And one thing I think that buys him, it prevents him from shifting too early into his left side. He's still got this long left. He tends to get a pretty good high point that keeps climbing. Like, look right here. And this is one thing I'd say. His eyes, you can see he's holding. His high point is sort of mid-sector here. I want to go back to this because this is his last position of flight of that airtime right here is his last position. And then he grounds. And when he grounds, let's say right there, boop, right there, his left foot is getting past his right already. And that's what we want to see with somebody who tends to have a fast left. You want the left leg to be going past the right when it grounds. A lot of that is happening from the fact that the left foot is opening more. Okay, and the left foot here starts to go. He's continuously holding his head right there. That sort of controls his torso to stay in line with his right knee. And you can really see right here, he's very balanced on that right. So now, okay, if we go back, now we're into that. This is the fourth position. So this is the fourth position of the analysis framework, which is now single support. Okay, the second single support. His left right there, his left is starting to come forward. He's got that high point. Remember, Alekna's is more here. Denny's is more in line with where Che is. And as soon as this leg is passing his right knee, it's down. His foot is not staying up. His foot is coming down. And I think a lot of that is actually natural. I think you can train it though. You can train that timing. But it's hard to have someone do this with the eyes and do this with the foot where the foot goes down right away. A lot of people will keep that foot too high because typically what they're doing here is they're opening their head. Their head's peeking this way. So they're shifting very early, and that left is staying high, and then we see it come down low late. And then they're sort of off balance and they have less tension in the catch. Okay, so now this would be the final, I would assume, I want to see on the replay here. This is the final point of his single support position here. He's got the upper body. Okay. And what's interesting is when we saw videos of Alekna, Alekna's catching like here, like in a really, really deep position here when that left foot comes down. So with Che, maybe he's a little more forward with his left shoulder relative to Alekna. But he does a good job with his mobility. I've seen him warming up at Worlds. I've seen him warming up at the Diamond League final. I've seen him warming up at the Olympics. Like, he does a good job of executing his mobility work. I've seen some of his warm-ups. Actually, this year at the Diamond League, we were training. It was like in this dungeon basement, and he was doing I have videos on my phone of him doing some really cool mobility exercises for this twisting position. So I will say that now. Back to the framework. Now he's in that double support. So that's the final position before he finishes. I want to go back and say from the application, push around. Okay. So that's the application. Now he's pushing around. He's pushing around the left side. Okay. So you can see his left side's here and he wants to push around the left side. Okay. Then when his right's grounding, his right is stacked and balanced. Okay, he's balanced right here. He's not falling this way with his chest and then the left gets really high. He's very balanced and his left is going around his right. Okay, so his left is going around his right. So now we're getting to here where he grounds. His left foot grounds right at this point. So this is double support. He's got a super long position here. He's got the chest back towards the back of the circle. He gets, and just remember, guys, he gets a flat left foot right here. You can see that. And this is a bent right. He's not going up. He's rotating a bent right, so much so that now he's grounded and he waits to go up as he's releasing. If we had a little higher quality footage here, we would be able to see when this is exiting his hand. That's what I'm noticing here is like he's rotating this. You see his right knee. Look at that right knee. How far forward that is, just rotating forward real clearly, so you can see the hip coming all the way through, and he's still down on the ground. I want to point out this book that I have. This book here is an old school book from the 1960s, and the dude actually has, man, I just lost the page. Theoretically, there can be no doubt that throughout the putting movements in the front of the circle, the front foot should be firmly in contact with the ground, providing the necessary resistance for the hand to exert maximum force, both vertically and horizontally. And that's not just in the shot put, that's in the discus. And this is from 1962, and we still have people who want to argue this point. You stay down on the left foot, okay? Even though Sam Mattis threw 71 without his left foot down, that just shows he can throw farther. Okay, so good position here. And notice he doesn't do like the wide left-hand block that Gerd Kanner would do. He has like a little more of a bent left. I don't think he's as much like Alekna Senior, Virgilius Alekna. He's much more that 90 degrees. And then right here, if we go, this is his left foot, okay? Let's go right here. Is this, oops, I keep screwing this one up. If you go right there with the left, where does he reverse to? pretty stable, straightforward, real forward finish. Attacks it, rotates back through, puts that down and sticks it. And notice too, when you have someone like Che, he hits it, he goes around, boom, he's done. He's not doing 3-4 pirouettes. It's forward, around, down. Okay, and that's the big thing here is in the application is now the right side goes around the left. Okay, and that's how you see that happening without him falling off. He goes around the left, sticks it. Okay, so I want to see, and also this nuke, look at what it does to the ground. Absolutely just destroys, leaves a crater. This dude leaves a crater in the freaking field in Zagreb. It's crazy. Watch this. Watch this in full speed. It's like a freaking mine went off. From Czech. Come on, dog. He just got 6 all time. Could you imagine saying the wrong name for like Asafa Powell, one of the best sprinters of all time? The dude's a number 6 discus thrower of all time. You call him Czech. Okay, let's go right there. Bad angle. Bad. Yo. I don't know. Am I wrong here? Okay, there's the explosion. I'm gonna try and keep an eye on that. Yeah, maybe right there it like moves. Probably like right here. All right, I'll give the guy wind. Okay, now let's look at this. What is that tat? Is that like is it a wolf or a lion or an owl? I feel like I might have even asked him about this. I love owls. That's why I'm wondering. Okay. So you can see right here, he dials in the eyes. Okay, right there. Let's put some laser beams on him. Laser beams coming out of his eyeballs. But you see, I'm joking, but like he does a good job there of catching the sector. And then right there, as he's getting to the front, he controls the head. And you can see he just hits that head right there and controls it. And then that's where the high point happens. And you notice this dude's 6'10", he's getting, the discus is above his head. Holding the left hand, left shoulder right there. Okay. That comes down and he's staying balanced in this position. And then he comes through. So maybe he is a little bit more like Virgilius right here. A little bit more tight, a little tighter there on the finish. So I think the biggest point of application there is like, one, look at his series. He threw 64. He almost went, 65 meters. He ends up going 7 meters further. So if your first throw isn't the greatest, just think it's okay. You're going to be okay, because then he follows that up later with a 69, then a 70, and he builds off of that. A 70.06, I think, is what Sam threw on that Thursday in Ramona. So just think through that. And then and the other application here, we got the positions, the 5 positions: double support, single support, airtime, single support, double support. And then we have the around, down, left around the right, and then right around the left on the finish. So this is one of the best throws in the history of the world. We've got to learn from it. Use this technique. Make sure that you're building, you're only doing one wind in the circle. Keep it simple. That's the thing I like with Che's stuff, is like he's not super all over the place. He's a pretty simple thrower with great execution, great stability. And it's cool to see him throw 2 throws over 72 meters. If you guys want technical analysis, head over to throwsuniversity.com. You can pick up a technical analysis today. If you want training, you want to become a state champion, you want to qualify for states, you want to win districts, regionals, whatever it is, get custom programming. We provide that at throwsuniversity.com. Because remember, if you want to drop some bombs, you've got to train with Throws U. Peace.